What is up, everybody? This is Edward back with another video. Give me 1 second to get set up real quick. All right, y'all. So I'm really treading water with this one. This is probably one of the more riskier videos that I've done. Um, I'm gonna leave it up. This is a video I'm letting you know right now that I'll probably leave up for maybe a certain amount of time. I'm not gonna disclose how long that is, and then this video will probably be unlisting it. In which, if you want it, meaning I'll leave it up for it ain't gonna be like I'm get rid of it within hours, but yeah. Obviously, I'm not talking about pairs. Play the game where you put the words, the letters together and rearrange it, and what do you get? Let's use your imagination, folks. But anyway, I'm not talking about pairs. I'm talking about what is a word that you could put together with those letters that I would not want to put in the title. And go to Donovan Sharp's video and a link in the description. And I'm not talking about pogs either, because obviously W is not in pairs. Um, and check out what he's doing, and y'all will get it. And y'all will be able to pick it up once I start talking. Whew. Anyway, shout out to Mr. Palmer. Shout out to Bernard Riley. Really good stuff. So this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. I want to keep this 100% real. And this is the beauty of me having a channel of my size, because I can kind of get away with doing that in a way that I might not do that. I would probably have another channel for something specifically like this. Um, Another channel. This is why people create second channels, to protect their first one. But I'm not there yet, so there you go. So anyway, Donovan Sharp debating with a white female about, what are you talking about? Jessica X didn't get exposed. You talking about from what Grandmaster Troll did? I don't even, honestly, I don't even talk about him, because I don't even talk about him because, yeah, I just don't. I'm gonna leave it there. But I will say this: y'all need to stop being so gossipy. We're men here. Y'all need to stop being so gossipy, especially when people are not giving proof of shit. When they're just throwing shit out just to throw shit out, y'all really need to stop that. No, Jim Rat, he's giving her attention. First of all, she's going to get attention regardless of what he does. So some of y'all need to understand that it's better to engage something than to sit there and play the not give it attention game. And then when it gets kind of outside of you, now you're scrambling. So I don't, sometimes that's appropriate. But in this situation, I mean, it, it is what it is. But let's jump right into it. So this is what she's talking about. Basically, if you listen, I've listened to it for about 45 minutes now. And it's not the easiest thing to listen to, because especially as an African American, and yeah, I'm going to bring race into this, which is something Donovan wouldn't bring, but I'm not going to bring it into a way that's not fair. But she's talking about rape, for all of y'all that don't know. I'm not going to keep saying it, but just so y'all know, I'm very clear as to what I'm talking about. And the way she makes it sound like is, she says stats like 1 in 6 women will be sexually assaulted or raped in their lifetime. And the picture that she paints is a picture of women that are not safe, that are women that are constantly under threat. You would think that she's talking about the fucking Afghanistan. You really would. And this is not about me. I'm not doing this video in order to beat up on her or minimize what she's talking about. In fact, in this video, we're going to take everything she said, we're going to take it at face value as if it is the absolute truth. Yeah, I understand it, Don. I don't give a shit about that. Okay. Um Nothing happened. Overdue. Ain't nobody. Okay, so I'm gonna give you one warning. Technically, this is your second one. Don't bring that shit up. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'll give you an explanation. First of all, no. First of all, he didn't expose shit. Okay, he took somebody that looks kind of like her pictures and basically is saying some shit. That's what he did. And if that would have been anybody, see, he's the type of person he could always run behind the I'm not fully in my mental faculties. So if you really come at him, he could hide behind that. But the reality of the situation is he didn't expose shit. So really, nobody's talking about it because there's nothing to talk about. And so the only purpose that would serve is if you're coming in here only for the purpose of getting the people to talk about him. And then he's going to sit there and quote unquote dig into other people's shit. That's the only purpose. There is no exposure. And there has to be a higher standard for men than to just start, gossiping like that on some shit that ain't true. Because trust and believe that had that really happened, a lot of people would be talking about it. So when you say no one is talking about it, that should be kind of your first fucking clue. That should be your first fucking clue. And as far as Donovan Sharp took an L in this debate, how? How? How did Vince put in the chat how he took an L? I want you to actually explain to me how he took an L. It ain't about no beef. It's about I'm not beefing with you. Overdue. You're kind of interrupting what I'm trying to do, and I'm talking, and you're interrupting it with gossip. That's what you're doing. That's some tabloid shit. That's not some shit that's proven anything. And y'all got to stop doing that. And that's something that I've said over and over and over. I've said that multiple times on my channel that y'all got to stop doing that. Well, black women are always saying black men kill them. My answer to that is stop fucking black men. That's my answer to that. Go get non-black men. That's my answer to that. Because that's my answer to that. Go date out. Go save yourself. That's why I tell black women to go date out. Anyway, I'm not even, because all that's guilt shit. But anyway, so let me focus because that's on me too. So anyway, so basically, Vince, I'm waiting for that explanation too. Don't just say. So I hate when people say they took an L because I listened to it for 45 minutes. I hate when people say somebody took an L and either because you don't like somebody or whatever. Because I want to get an idea of what does a W actually look like. What does a W actually look like? Like that makes no sense to me. But anyway, so basically he's talking, they're having a conversation about quote unquote rape in America. And let her tell it. Like I said, she thinks she's in fucking Afghanistan. Let her tell it. That basically women are constantly under threat, and she's throwing stats out like 1 to 6, like whatever. I'm not even gonna question that. We're not here to debate that and holler and yell and scream over what she said. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna take everything she said as if it's fact, no question. Anything you hear her say on that panel on Donovan's thing, if it's still up, it's true. That's the arg. That's what I'm going on right now. Okay. So this is not about me blaming the victim. This is not me denying anything. Well, some might accuse me of blaming the victim later on. And I hear what I'm gonna say, but this is not me saying what she's saying is not true. I'm gonna take everything she said at face value. That it's true, whatever. I'm serious. So with that being said, if you go and watch that video, keep in mind with the argument about what I'm about to make. So if rape, because think about it, she talks about she has a lot of girlfriends. This is the one thing that white women tend to do. This is one thing that white women tend to do in particular that other groups of women don't really have the ability to do. What they try to do is they try to make it about women, not white women, but women. Now, I understand the PR reason that they do that. I understand a lot of different reasons. But but another thing behind that is one of the reasons that they do that is because when you say white women, there is only one group that can really do anything to white women in significant numbers. Sure, a black dude can do something to a white woman as a one-off, or a Hispanic man or whatever. But if you're talking about 1 in 6 women, white women are the majority group in this country. So we can say that's true for white women, 1 in 6, maybe let's say 1 in 5, let's say 1 in 7 and 1 in 8. But the reality is, if you have a number that's high, there's only one group of men that has the capability of doing that. Another argument that she made is she made the argument saying that the vast majority of men accused of rape, accused of sexual assault, go free in the courts. They go free. Who in the fuck in this country is the only man that's going to be able to walk, for the most part, that in any kind of real numbers other than outside, that's not going to be an outside fluke, can walk into a courthouse under with those accusations and walk the fuck out if a white woman points that at your ass? What group? What group of men? What group of men? Remember, we're in post Me Too. We got dudes going down. We got dudes going down. We got people going down just off the word of women. What group? What group? There is only one group. We all know this. You can be a black woman that hates black men. You could be a black woman that thinks Cynthia G is a pick-me and still understand that you gonna have a hell of a lot easier time doing something, getting something to happen to a black man in the court system than it is a Caucasian man, even as a black woman or any other group. So what white women tend to do, and it's not really about so much what she said. We're going to take everything she said at face value when she said it. I'm not challenging anything she said. I'm not. But the game that gets played is that we got to pretend it's all men. Because here's the thing. If you focus on who's actually doing shit, see, when black women talk about, it's one of y'all mentioned that black women are being killed, they're very specific that it's black men doing it. And you notice that black women don't really make it a big deal when a white man is harming a black woman. They don't talk about that. See, they're specific. You notice that white women are not specific as to who harms them. Because trust and believe, if it was black men that were doing this, oh, they'd be specific. If it was Hispanic men that they were doing that, oh, they'd be specific. We know how the news works. You always know it's a white dude because they don't want to put the picture up. If it's anybody else, white, Hispanic, Pakistani, black, whatever, they putting this shit, they making him famous. He's getting his 15 minutes of infamy. But when it's a white dude, oh, now we got to protect their privacy. We got to, and they're so consistent with it. What is my point? I want to make my point really quick. My point is, one of the things that she said to Donovan, and it's still ongoing. She said, well, more men need to advocate for us because we have just women doing it. You know, I don't hear liberal white women in politics talking about the sexual assault that goes on. I don't hear all these liberal white senators that are growing every election cycle in the Senate. I don't see laws being passed, being either proposed by white women. I don't see this. White women have so much more power now than they did even 10 years ago, let alone in the 80s. You know, when they get to talk about the assault shit, if you're married, rape didn't you couldn't rape your wife. We're not even going to get into the fact that she said that you can, if you say, and just so, because I know y'all might not go in there and see it, but one thing Donovan did that was smart, which Vince, I'm still waiting for you to see. Tell me how Donovan lost. I'm just curious at what you got to say. You know, Donovan asked her, well, how do you define rape? And they agreed on the forcible shit. We all agree with that. But she talked about coercion. And he asked, what do you mean by coercion? She said, well, if your boyfriend is saying, you know, if you love me, you'll have sex with me. And then a woman, let's say she's 16 or 15, they're both the same age. So we'll say that they're young. And then they say, and they have sex all, just on the strength of him saying that, which actually makes sense as to why a lot of people jumped on Fresh and Fit on TikTok, because this is because they were kind of accusing them of saying this. And now that I think about it, and there were those were mainly white women that were really popping off on them at that too. But if you have sex with him, technically he raped you because he emotionally coerced you into it. Or if a dude is saying blue balls, but she didn't, then Donovan Sharp gave an example of that, and she didn't. She went along with that too. So basically, a dude creating these little ultimatums that are just based on if you don't have sex. Like, so by that definition, if I say if you don't have sex with me, I'm gonna go get it from somebody else. By definition, a woman can say that that's rape in her mind. And then on top of that, she figured this out and caught a clue about this like 2-3 years later, because that was the example that she made, that she had an experience and she didn't understand that that was wrong at the time. Keep in mind, we're talking about 16, 15, 16, 15, 17-year-olds with in height with other people of their age. We're not talking about fucking like really young people that you could make that argument with. And then you're saying 3 or 4 years later you could then come back and say some shit like that. So I want y'all to understand that that's the mentality. That's literally quote what she said, right? So I want to say that. And again, I'm not here to say she's wrong. I'm here to basically make this counter argument, because Donovan wouldn't have made it, and I understand that, because I understand why he wouldn't have made that argument, but I'm making it now. My thing is, the reality of the situation is just like black on black crime happens because of proximity. You know, when black women say that black men do this, or that to black women, every group does that the most because it's about proximity, because you're around your group more than anybody else. Blackfoot said you should do a membership so only your people can see them, and you don't have to dilute and segregate your channel. Well, that's a great idea, and there's ways for me to do certain stuff. My personal thing is, if people are going to donate to me, I like to create only a couple of streams in which they could do that. I don't want it to be diluted. To be honest with you, this video is what Patreon is for. So I could do a Patreon if you're on my Patreon, and I'm not going to charge people for my Patreon. Not saying that people shouldn't. I'm just not. And this is what videos like this will be for. So if you want, I'll have it live, maybe leave it live for a little bit, then unlist it, and then y'all can get it there. So absolutely, but there's ways to do that. Yeah. So, but appreciate the $5 Blackfoot. Make sure y'all support the Cash App. So my thing is, we know it's because of proximity. This is this is what we've talked about with a lot of different stuff, right? So because we know proximity is what creates why those numbers are that in specific groups, what we also know is you can take that same thing and apply that to the majority group, which is white people are the majority. So my thing is, well, you know, when you getting that money, Will I R, that's going, you know, I get it. There's ways to do these things, but whatever. We know that. So what white women do is, white women don't say white men are doing this. They say men. And they do that on purpose because they understand that if they target white men, they target where the problem actually is and start targeting their men, they're actually undermining their own power, because they understand that their power comes from their men. They get that. Or at least the power structure that the top 1% or 10% of men have been able to create through the government and everything. They understand this. They understand this. They may Jason Black said they may argue about who cuts the knife, when it comes to, but they understand that that power is still predicated on the men. And if you completely undercut the men just completely, then you undercut your own power. And older women definitely understand it. Who tends to be in power? Who tends to have the actual levers of power? Older women or younger women? We already know it's older women. Older women understand this. So older women are not gonna, older women, and keep in mind, remember, these women, they're in power today, your Pelosi's and all of that, these are liberals, these are second wave, first wave, these are second wave feminists. These are not women that are, we're not, keep in mind, I'm talking about the liberals. I'm not even talking about the conservative right. I'm talking about the liberals. The ones that's their thing. That's what they get elected on. They understand that. So the question is, why aren't you going to women that women put in office at an increasingly amount? Why aren't you going to your state? If this is really happening like that, do you know why? Because if the laws get passed, the laws are not really going to target what you need targeted. This is why in these women's minds, when they talk about people getting away, they know, I know what you're saying. You're saying the white men you fuck with, y'all can't really get at like that, because other white women are not going to let you do that. So what you all do, and I'm not, is you all try to make other men kind of feel guilty to create this environment, but you won't say that. Because when you talk about, well, all my girlfriends, well, she doesn't look like the type to have a very diverse group of girlfriends. Not saying she ain't got a black friend, a Latin friend, and keep in mind, having a Latin friend, white Latins are pretty much white women, pretty much. We're not saying that, but I'm saying don't act like you got 10 friends. Probably at least 7 of them are white, are going to be like you. Because that's going to really identify with that. And so my point is, and this is not about me trying to redirect blame on the white men. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not trying to do that. What I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, if you are really serious about, if you see the issue as you see it as a problem at the level that she says it, when you hear how she describes the issue, there's only one way to fix that issue. She said, she was like, well, we got to get the men on our side. Well, you won't even actually say who's doing what. You want to create, and this is what a lot of feminism is built on. This is why a lot of feminism is really racist. Because we know white women understand that you're not going to be able to punish white men. So what happens is people have to save face. You have to make it seem like something's being addressed while not addressing it at the same time. Well, how do you do it? You attack another group and you put another group to sacrifice. Who fucking generally becomes that group? Who generally is the group that gets to pay for all the sins of what other motherfuckers do so they can still do it? I wonder who that is. We're not even going to bring up the fact that the word of a white female has burnt whole towns to the ground. We're not even going to talk about Emmett Till, who's one of the most famous folks that have suffered under the lies of a white bitch. Didn't mean to say that, but let it out. But let's keep it 100. And the debate between her and Donovan, or Donovan and her, was false accusations versus what really happens. And what her argument is, what really happened, the rapes that men get away with overwhelms the false accusations that some men suffer through. And it's interesting when you have so many black men, and it didn't have to do, she didn't bring race into it. Race wasn't involved in their argument. But when you look at how many black men have been falsely accused of anything and let out of jail, that happens because behind every black man that's falsely accused is usually a white man that gets away with shit. And this is the game that they play. Just like how in the gynocracy, younger women have to go on certain codes that older women outline. Codes of, you coddle your son to weaken his ass, but you harden your daughter to rip the femininity from him. Just like how black women got to go along with that shit, and they want to code up. That is the same thing white women do. White privilege has a price. White women being put up as the apex has a price. And that's the price that they understand. And I know she knows it. So when she comes, and this is not about fuck other races. That's a yo problem. You want to bring up rape? If you don't say that it's white men doing it to you, I don't want to hear it come out your fucking mouth, because you know good and goddamn well if any other group does it, particularly black men, man, please, like 8 of us ago go down. You niggas are fucking dumb as fuck. Any of you niggas that's ever run a train on a white female, you're a fucking moron. Because if she says 3-4 years ago that she feels like she was raped, guess what? All y'all going. All y'all are going. All of y'all go get on that list. You saw what they tried to do with Derrick Rose. And Derrick Rose got millions of dollars. He barely skated from that. Shit, I was in North Carolina when the Duke lacrosse situation happened. Donovan mentioned that. And that was a black female that did that. And not only did they get the they got the you ain't never heard of a prosecutor being disbarred like that. They damn sure didn't do nothing to the prosecutor that did what he did to Bill Cosby, even though Supreme Court in Pennsylvania said that was fucked up. Nate Parker too. I appreciate that, Roast Master. Yeah, people have been saying I've been in rare form. Make sure y'all hit up that Cash App. Shout out to Roast Master. Roast Master is one of my biggest supporters. Straight up. In fact, he might have, I ain't trying to put him out there, he might have a record on my stuff. That's what it is. And so, and the thing that I'm listening for when I'm listening to her is she gives a fuck about what she gives a fuck about. And like any female, nothing else matters. It doesn't matter. Nothing else matters. Fuck slavery. Fuck Jim Crow. Let's talk about what's happened in the last 3-4 years. How many black men have had their whole lives completely fucked up because they didn't want to go after white men enough? Act like white men don't control these corporations up the fucking down. Like it's really black men up in this bitch that can fucking leverage pussy out of white women. Let's cut the bullshit. And so my thing is, if you can't even say, I say this to black people all the time with the gynocracy. If you refuse to actually state very specifically what the problem is, it ain't that big of a deal. And y'all, if women want to talk about how empowered they are, well, it's time to buckle the fuck up. Because you gonna have to, that hear no evil, see no evil bullshit is done for. Shout out to Gail with the $5 Cash App. Shout out to Veiled Seeker. You're going to have to say his name. Fuck that Me Too, I'ma hide bullshit. You will have to say his name. What is his name? His name is the white man. That's what the fuck you all are going to have to say. You will have to say the name. Not know, well, this is what happens to women. Y'all don't give a fuck about what happens to any other group of women. Y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all don't give a fuck what happens to Latins, whites, Asians. I done seen white women, boy, when I was Ubering, I done seen white women complain like a motherfucker about the Chinese getting in the do. These motherfuckers speaking that ching chong. That's exactly what they said. Because them motherfuckers was taking that bitch over. And they were cool. A lot of them were cool when you talk to them. The white man. Yeah, you're right. The white. I love that. I love that, King. The white man. Oh, man, that's great. The white man. Yeah, that's his name. You will have to say his name. Because black women ain't got no problem saying us. But you know what? They can say us because for the same reason y'all can. Because guess what? We're the sin eaters. We're the ones that's supposed to pay for everybody's sins. So this is why motherfuckers can call us gay. This is why people can call Kevin Samuels gay and LGBT, because that's sanctioned. We're sanctioned. We're sanctioned target. That's our role here now. Shout out to the Don One. Ed, keep up the great work, bro. And I'm not here to like make no beef with no white manosphere or to get them. And that's not what I'm here for. But the point is, you start playing with white men like that, you're gonna white women know their men more than anybody. I don't need to tell them shit. I'm an outsider. They know what time it is more than anybody when it really fucking comes down fucking to it. They know what time it is. Just like how they know what time it is with this damn abortion law, too. They know what time it is. And no. And even though Brie Larson gets on my nerves, I give her credit. Brie Larson is one of the few to say, no, I'm talking about the white dude. I'm talking about you. I'm not talking about black people. They're not a threat. They're not the problem. You're the problem. I don't gotta worry about walking in front of no black dude that's in Hollywood and think he's gonna fuck me over. They're not going to do that. It's no, you know who I'm talking. And she made it very clear. No, I'm talking about white dudes. And I remember when the white like geekdom sphere, like that covers that stuff. They lost their fucking minds. They lost it because they could have no space saving. But I'm coming back to it. You're not going to play this game where no. And see, Donovan's not going to do that because he has a white audience. I mean, I get that. I'm not mad at him for that. He had the conversation, and you let the audience go where you go. But what I'm saying is, if it's a real problem, then everything needs to be put out there. Yeah, because women like to throw shots and hide. No. You all know there is only one group of men that actually has the capability of punishing white women. It ain't Latin men, it ain't black men, it ain't Asian men. Not in America. So let's cut the bullshit. Let's cut it. And then let's cut it. I'm not even going to talk about white women lying when they have sex with a black dude. I'm not even on that. That's not what I'm on. I'm talking about we know who the majority of white women are engaging in sexual intercourse with. We know this. So if that shit is happening at the numbers and the levels you're talking about, it ain't no, well, our men are fine, but it's every other group. Because then they say that. Because then it's fun time in America then. That's what I see as an African American watching that. That's what the fuck I see. Damn that bullshit. That's it. And people say, oh, well, you're blaming, because he kept on throwing, oh, you're blaming the victim. You're doing this. You're doing that. I say, you're talking to the wrong dude and talking to Donovan. You talking to the wrong. Well, we need more men. We need more men to help us. Okay, make that case. There's plenty of white men to make that case to. There's plenty of men. But see, the problem is at some point, the more laws that men create, see, here's the problem. White women don't sexually engage with other groups of men in the number. So if you create laws, those laws are going to bite other white men because you all don't engage in other groups of men enough to cover that. So they're gonna, just like when they started changing the college laws, they had to reverse that shit. Like what's her name? Fuck. Are you the Secretary of Education that was in there when Trump was in there? DeVos, Betsy DeVos. They had to reverse that. You know why? Because that was it was fucking up black men. It was fucking up white men too. It's fucking up whole white fraternities and shit. They can't like come on now. They know what time it is. And these women know what time it is. So what they do is they make it a big deal, and you create this political cloud that can lightning strike, other people that ain't got nothing to do with you. This is why I tell you, like, shit, man, please. And I've always been red pill on shit like this. I know motherfuckers. She said, Kareem's like, what's pear? Y'all tell her what we talking about today. What's a single white female in Pears? That's funny. So it works. That means nobody knows what the fuck I'm talking about just looking at the title. So it works. Straight up. That's why, niggas, why do I tell y'all don't go red pill for black women and remain blue pill for white women? I'm a lot more comfortable around black women than non-black women because I know the plays black women run. Black women only know how to blitz. No matter what they do, the blitz is coming. They may try to bring the cornerbacks. They may try to play like they zoning, but the blitz is always coming. I always know what I'm dealing with. I always know. I always know. I always know. It's always a blitz. Non-black women, they playbook is a lot bigger on the bullshit, not because they're better, but because they can't get away with as much. There's real punishment. There's real punishment that they can deal with. Other groups of women, they have to face real punishment. Black men don't really have the ability to really punish our women. The closest thing black men can do to punishing a female is cheating on her. And at that point, ain't the relationship already over anyway? Hell no, Donovan wasn't simping. Donovan was actually getting, I'll say, annoyed. No, hell no, Donovan wasn't simping. But what I'm saying what Donovan can't say. Because Donovan ain't gonna use his black card in that way because his audience might feel some type of way about it. I'm gonna say what the fuck I'm gonna say though, which is at the end of the day, if 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 we're gonna go on everything that she said is true and rape is happening in the overwhelming numbers. I mean, fuck the fact we're in the United States, fuck the fact that white women are most protected, fuck all of that bullshit. Let's take all that and throw that out the window. We're not arguing a single thing that she said. Everything she said was absolutely true. So if it's true, then which group is doing it to you? Why can't you say that? That's what I want to know. Say the name, not the name literally, but the white man. Say it. Because that's the group that you're interacting with more than anybody. Don't sit there and play this. Well, men do this to women. Ah, fuck that. We're talking you're a white woman, as a white woman with white experiences in this country. What are you talking about? Because let's be clear here, if black men really doing this in America, this would not be a problem. Because we know what this country's about. If Latin men were really doing this, it wouldn't be a problem. It wouldn't be a problem. It wouldn't be a problem. If it was any other group, it wouldn't be a problem because it would be dealt with. Yeah, Gail, I appreciate the $5. Shout out to $5, Gail with the $5. I did say it before. I didn't. I don't want you to think that I didn't say it. Let me see if I did. I get another one. I might have got another one. Shout out to nobody for the $5 as well. So, I mean, I just wanted to put that out there. Public service announcement. You know, that's one thing I've always annoyed me about white women is white women will, when it comes to feminism more than anything, is they like to play this. Well, men in America and all fuck that. What we talk about because white men can't do black men can't do this. There's other men. Man, please let's stop bullshitting. Karen wouldn't be a thing if every man had the same kind of power. In America, men don't have the power a man has is based on class and race. Even black men with high class numbers. Look at Kobe, rest in peace, and that female. Remember that, and remember what that did to Kobe's career. That fucked up all of Kobe's endorsements in the United States. Luckily, Kobe had China, and luckily Kobe had his investments. I appreciate it, beautiful eyes. Make sure y'all subscribe to his channel. His channel is definitely growing. I know he was on Anton's joint. Definitely great channel. Just type in beautiful eyes. It'll pop up. I'm gonna be the asshole and talk about this because I know this is kind of radioactive for a lot of people. But I'm not, oh, you're blaming the victim. No, I'm not. It's not that I'm blaming the victim. You won't even point the finger at the perpetrator. You want to talk all this shit about well, we need to handle, you want to protect the perpetrator. That's what she said to Donovan. No, you want to protect the perpetrator. You do. Because you understand that the very guy that does that is the very guy that has your power in this country. You do. And what I'm sick of is I'm sick of other groups of men, be it black or any other race. We got to look over our shoulder because you are too fucking cowardice to actually say who the fuck is doing what you claim is doing to you. She stated, all my girlfriends have been sexually assaulted at least once. Oh, bitch, who is your girlfriend's fucking? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. So y'all play this back and forth bullshit, and no, we getting it. Well, it's not about race. You're right, it's not about race, because what you essentially telling me is what I consider white on white violence. What hold on. This is one of my favorite scenes. The right software. Y'all have seen me do this. Y'all have seen me do this post. This thumbnail. Y'all know what time this is. This is how I feel about this situation. That's a white man with white problems. You deal with it. That's how I feel. Let's say it again so y'all get it. That's a white man with white problems. You deal with it. If I had to say that in one sentence, that's how I feel. Here, Beautiful Lies is at I believe 940. I'm gonna spam his channel. I appreciate the money. Make sure you support him. Make sure y'all subscribe to him because he do be having some good stuff. So there's that. Appreciate Gino Pearson. Keep up the good work. I appreciate that. Shout out to the Steel Curtain appreciate the Gino with the $10. Appreciate Steel Curtain with the $5. All this coming from a misandrist who waffles on the definition of the word. She needs to get the fuck out of with that bullshit. Call a spade a spade. I mean, I don't even need to do that because the thing is, and this is what I was trying to tell Silent, like, it ain't even about being content creators. Like, like, you can't just, like, one thing with women is you just can't go fully automatic with them because then they're they're gonna say they're victims. They're gonna evoke that woman card. So you have to kind of deal with them where they are. And my thing is, you all know who y'all are engaging with. Deborah Carr says, "I love your bluntness and truth. Also love Donovan as a black senior female in South LA. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And the bluntness is not meant to be me being an asshole to be an asshole. It's about really, if people want a problem, it's about solving it. I said the same thing with R. Kelly. I mean, we know, and a lot of black, and I'm not saying all black women support R. Kelly, but there's a lot of black women will boldly support R. Kelly. Now you won't. Now there's some black men who do that, but most black men not gonna do that. And so my point is, it's like, so what are we talking about? I'm not here to deny anything happens. I know what the fuck I'm not doing, because truth be told, I get away from situations that even can smell like that. I'll give you a perfect situation. Um, told this story before. I remember when I was a senior high school and we were going to Greensboro, which is where a lot of these schools are. We went into this school, one of them. I'm not gonna say which one it is, but we were at a party. Um, yeah, we were at a party, and pretty much, the folks decided to try to play. It was a smaller party. They wanted to switch beer pong with Everclear or Diesel. Diesel is the cheap version of Everclear. And they had beer on their side, and apparently the women were supposed to drink that. And I said, "What the fuck are you doing?" And they said what they were doing. And then I said, no. And then they were trying to, basically say I'm being the shaming language. I'm being a bitch. I'm being this. I said, look, man, you do the fuck you want, but I'm gone. I told my friend I'm out. I said, y'all like black dudes. No, like, no, I'm not doing that. Y'all stupid. And this is years ago. This was like 2005. And I'm like, no. And I left. I was halfway back on my way back. And then my friend called me. He was mad because this is before Uber and shit. Way before that. Because he thought I was playing. I'm like, I'm not even gonna be around there. I'm not even gonna be around there. And this was before any of the females came over. I was like, I'm not even gonna be around there. No, 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 no. I'm gone. I'm not doing that. You do the fuck you want to do. No. Because I don't play like that. I never play like that. I never believed in getting women drunk. Like, none. I never, because I was that much on it. I just was. And it has nothing to do with me being smarter or more aware or anything like that. I know women can lie. And I know white bitches lie more than anybody, because their lies get heard more than anybody. So I don't even give them that opportunity. And look, man, as an Uber driver, I Uber drove for like 3 years. I've seen some shit when it comes to them too. And I'm talking about outside of dudes. I've seen dudes. I've seen plenty of dudes. Make no mistake. I've done 11,000 rides in my Uber in that car when I did Uber, and I can tell you, most of these dudes go so out of their way to make sure. I'm not saying shit doesn't happen. I'm talking about white dudes. These white dudes go out of their way, make sure shit is going down right. And I've seen the other side of it too. I'm not acting like that doesn't exist. Number one. Number two, I've seen white women throw other white women in the damn car and just want me to leave because they tired of the bitches that want to get drunk so much that they can't move their arms and legs. And it's just a group of nothing but females. Or it's a group of females and maybe one dude. So I've seen it. And I can tell you, they be wilding out. I did say that because I've never been one to submit to peer pressure. Man, nigga, come on, man. Stop being a midget. Stop being this. I'm saying, you say what the fuck you want to. You can say what the fuck you want to. Man, they talking about Smurgo. They talking about the damn Knights of the Old Republic announcement too. Man, I was like, PlayStation, you a bitch for that. But I might actually have to cop it. Ez is right. If you can get one, Smurgo will find a way to get one from somebody. Smurgo would just make another. Smurgo's famous in these parts. Everybody know what Smurgo look like. You like, hey, Cynthia G ain't never mentioned my name, Smurgo. Smurgo, you should have created a YouTube channel. You could have probably passed. You could have probably got like 4,000 subscribers just off that one viral post. Like I said,
that's a white man with white problems. You deal with it.
I'm gonna give y'all my other. Y'all want to know what my other favorite post is? I don't know what's going on with Tasha K and the lead attorney. This is how I get when some of y'all talk that bullshit. This is how I get, man, for real. This is how I get.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
That's me wilding out.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
That's the ultimate lean. When like when this how they got when Kevin Samuels got to 1 million subscribers. This is how these women were.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
I mean, so I don't know what's going on with that shit. But the thing about it is, you got to remember, the lead attorney, he ain't just in divorce law. He's 20. He knows what it is. He knows what time it is, yo. And he being in Atlanta, lead attorney know how to look. The only thing the lead attorney, to talk about some lighter stuff, because I already said what needs to be said. Once the lead attorney told me he was a guardian ad litem, that told me, oh yeah, he is very versed in navigating the nigga shit. He knows how to deal with the good, the bad, and the lead attorney is probably like the ultimate code switcher. So even that crazy Atlanta shit ain't gonna trip him out, because when you're a guardian ad litem, number one, you got to remember, one of the most powerful people. Y'all, if y'all don't know who the fuck guardian ad litems is, if y'all want to know what the one powerful person that can take your fucking kids away from you, keep you away from your kids, I don't give a fuck if you a black woman, is a guardian ad litem. A black man that's a guardian ad litem is a dangerous thing. Well, to be fair, my mom, thank God it was a black dude who was a guardian ad litem, but that motherfuckers, they can what you I don't think y'all really understand what the fuck they say in the court and the sway that it has. So the fact that, so trust me, he's deep in that motherfucker. Once he told me that, on top of like the divorce stuff, I'm like, yo, that's like the ultimate red pill plant. Like straight up. So it ain't really a lot, because you got to remember, anything that the lead attorney says, he's an attorney, so he's gonna understand what he says and how his words are used and all of that. So he's not gonna trip up over that, not over no fucking YouTube. This is a hobby for him, and I'm not saying he don't really care about what he says as far as helping people. I think he does. I think this is his way of giving back, and I think he would have did that. Well, he did say, I mean, he's gotten the reception, I think, especially now, but I don't know. And I don't even not like, I like Tasha K, to be honest with you. I don't know what it's about. I told y'all I'm not everywhere. Don't let me start getting with the memes, because I got some little video clips. Y'all want me to do sound bites? I'll have some unique shit. I've always thought Tasha K was entertaining. I like Tasha K a hell of a lot more than I like Wendy Williams. Yeah, drop your link, Smargo. You kind of waited too late. You should have did that shit like a week ago. Cause the thing about it is, Smurgo is like, don't take this the wrong way. Please don't take this the wrong way. But you're like like RBR. Like, people will listen to you just to see what crazy shit is gonna come out your mouth that'll get them triggered. And that alone um will get you probably a lot of subscribers. I mean, I'm not subscribed to Tasha K, but I mean, I'd rather Tasha K get all these views than a lot of these other chicks. I should check out K Business podcast. Who is K? You talk about that chick that was on the Lapeef show? No. K's the type of chick that when shit gets thick, she'll fall back to, I'm light skinned. No, leave me alone. I'm light skinned. She's one of those. I know those. Her being on Mr. Palmer confirmed that. I'm light skinned. No, remember I'm light skinned. No matter what happens, remember I'm light skinned. No. Oh, you said K Business is a dude? All right, I'll look it up. Well, shit. Who the fuck else you know is K? I don't know nobody else in the K Business. People have been wanting me to reply to Cynthia G. Like, like, but I'm like, why I don't want to talk to her? Man, who the fuck Cynthia G? She ain't nobody. You know what you should do, Smurgo? Nah, see, I ain't gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that because I was just talking shit about what you call and starting shit. Like, anyway, I'm not even gonna speak that into existence because that would go against what I said. But it don't even matter. The point is, people pay Cynthia G way too much attention in the first place. That's really like I'm talking about y'all. So I ain't even sweating it. At the end of the day, man, the fact that she would go from sea to shining sea to get a baby out of a dude, quite frankly, whatever. I don't give a fuck. These motherfuckers can do what the fuck they want to do. I mean, what are you gonna say? What are you really gonna say to her? What are you really gonna say? I mean, because you know what Smurgo will say. You should do another consultation with yours truly. You know who I'm talking about, and see and you need to tell her what you did, Smurgo, and see if she got some advice for you. You know who I'm talking about. Who is my girl? In my own lane. I'm curious about that. I hate when niggas say, I heard your girl. I hate when women say, yo, it's your girl. Like, bitch, shut up. It's your girl. Blank, blank, blank. It's your boy. I got a question. How old is too old to be saying it's your girl, it's your boy? Smurgo, if you really want to be an asshole, you should go up there and say, tell Cynthia G you want to be Robert Perkins when you grow up. The thing about it is, Smurgo will say some crazy shit, and Smurgo won't give a fuck, and that'll throw people off. I'm trying to find out who's your girl. I'm curious. Y'all trying to get me to spit out names. You say 30, 35? Yeah, I think that's a good number. I mean, is she? Don't say that. Is she gonna start one? Cause I'm like, look, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. I'm like, why, like really? I'm like, what is with you? Like, she gotta have a reason she don't like YouTube. She really gotta have a reason she don't like YouTube. Cause I'm like, do you understand how many of these motherfuckers? You know how many channels be just making money off her shit, just uploading it. See, I never did it. Y'all said not to do it, and I didn't do that. But that's like 4 women I know that they make money just uploading her shit. I'm like, just upload, take your shit, download it, and re-upload it. Stop. Why you doing that? Like, but whatever. I try to respect people's choices and not question it if it ain't important. And her having a YouTube channel ain't that important, So it is what it is. But damn, I want to be like Robert Perkins when I grow up. Anyway, shout out to the Matrix trailer. Shout out to the Matrix trailer. Shout out to the Picard season 2 trailer. Well, get cursed out. No, man, just let her curse you out. Let her curse you out. Just take it like a man, and then say, "All right, are you done? Are you done? Can you put the belt away now, or do you prefer to use a switch? You cussing me out don't count against my minutes, right?" Oh, she did. She should. I don't know why she being so stubborn about it. I mean, that shit is free money. But sometimes you just gotta let people come to their own conclusion when they come to it. Did she say it or did she like put a post? Watch nigga, she put it on YouTube and then like 6 months from now, fucking fucking pocket watching with JT does a Love Dorsey business talks and accountant reacts and then he get cussed the fuck out. He'll pull that video down. She'll be like, lame ass nigga, a real bitch reacts. Oh man, that would be a good one, man. Boy, man, don't get me started, man. You could make this YouTube shit a reality show if you really wanted to. Like y'all don't really want me to get the sound bites going because I got some that I don't I got something for y'all. Like y'all don't really want me to get creative with this shit. Y'all really don't. Y'all really don't.
Fucks up my plan. This is fucking bullshit. Okay? These fucking assholes, these fucking assholes, these assholes, fucking bullshit. Is your problem, man? Is your problem, man? Fucking bullshit. These fucking assholes, fucking bullshit. Is your problem, man? Is your problem, man? This is fucking difficult. Hate game bullshit.
Yeah, y'all don't want me to get with the sound bites. I beat all these motherfuckers. Who's branded themselves as a gyno crap? No, she can't. Like, what are you talking about? Do you think the devil can be an angel again? What are you talking about, man? And see, the thing is, I know what Cynthia GC. Most of y'all don't know what she was before. I go all the way back to when she was on Boys Watching, so I've seen Cynthia G make the switch. They don't never switch better. Well, I'm on panel. I'm on other people's panels way too much. I mean, really, I got to build my own shit. No, I have. Trust me. If I do sound effects, it's not gonna be like what you think it is. If anything, I would do something kind of like Bernard, where it'd be more video sound effects. And, well, no, it ain't got nothing to do with him being mainstream or not mainstream. It just has to do with their follow count. But Donovan don't date black women, so why would he debate black women? He sees that as pointless, and it ain't like there's anything that he gets out of that. But at the end of the day, y'all, I appreciate it. I'm not gonna have this on forever. I stand by what I said. Um, I stand by what I said. That's all that needs to be said. And I hope y'all got a lot out of it. I mean, it is pointless. I mean, this is why you have a black manosphere. And I'm not saying you would, I mean, because think about it. Most of, if he was going to talk to a black woman, quite frankly, you want to talk to the ones that date white men, because they tend to have bigger followings anyway on social media. Like, they tend to have bigger followings on YouTube and shit. So why, I mean, that's not his audience. That's not really what they're into. That's not what it just is what it is. And yeah. Oh man, y'all, yeah, anyway. So yeah, it's been some good stuff. She is used to being pure. She's number one. Cynthia G is not pro black, and like, I don't even know why y'all would even say that. Trust me, Sir Anthony, I'm not gonna overdo it with the sound bites. If I do anything, the sound, like, I'm not gonna overdo it. I know some people overdo it. Okay, no, I appreciate that in my own lane. You don't need to, like, prove it. I mean, ain't no point in saying that if it's not true, something like that. Yeah, what's up, Not Your Average Joe podcast? But yeah, I hope she does. I mean, she need to come get that number one, come get that money. And I mean, she's into music anyway, so whatever. I'm not here to tell her what to do, or understand why she do what she do. She does her shit on Instagram. It's there. You know, and it is what it is. I mean, I don't be watching every Love Dorsey video that comes out. I don't need to. Yeah, everybody's been. Yeah, I did. I mean, I've said a lot of great things. I've got greatest hits on Bernard Riley's things. Like when I was talking about Tommy Sotomayor in there. But Bernard's got a great platform. In fact, if you're subscribed to me, let's help Bernard get to. He's like in the 900 for 87.9. Let's let him get to 8,000. Because the bigger these folks get, the easier it's gonna be for them to grow, which can help everybody else. No, the Duke. No, she's not pro-black. For you to even say that means you don't know what pro-black is. She's not pro-black. I don't even know why you say that. I don't even know why y'all say that. I don't know what about, you cannot be pro-black and anti-black man. I don't understand it. Not to the level that she is. And that shit, a lot of y'all are always saying, oh my God. Damn, whatever. Anyway, y'all, she's not actually anti-black man. The way she talk on her channel, just how she first, man, please, y'all better stop. Anyway, shout out to the lead attorney. I don't know what's going on with you and Tasha K, but I'm team you. They were just talking about that. I need somebody to give me some synopsis, because Cause you got to watch it. Cause Tasha K already reeling from that apparently that Cardi B shit. I didn't see the video from Auburn Preach. Did that video from Auburn Preach come out yet? Cause I was looking for that. Like I said, it's reward season, and apparently lead attorney is one of the first ones up. I mean, she can't. I mean, she can talk some shit, but unless as long as you got your skeletons, pretty well hidden, you cool. I mean, motherfuckers don't even know your name on this bitch. We just call you the lead attorney. Yo, Tasha K putting out feelers. She's trying to get, as long as your females are well paid off, you better be listening to the book of Kevin Samuels. Just pay the bitch. And make her sign, don't give her the money until she signs the NDA. For what? For everything. Anything that has to do with me. Okay, the collab Saturday. Oh, okay, appreciate that, low cast. I mean, it's YouTube. She said that. She said that on, look, man. She said that on Kevin's thing. It's a content creator thing. And the truth is, okay, so I'll say this. To be fair, that's some real shit that she's dealing with Cardi B. And that's some scary shit to be dealing with. Because say with Cardi B has a mega following, and obviously at that point you're dealing with like that's not even about views and shit. That's about like publicity. That's in that realm. And that's some real money she dealing with. So yeah, I can understand why she's mad, but it ain't like the shit the lead attorney said made the case stronger or some shit. What she going through is what she going through. What she going through is what she that shit was already there. Somebody was reporting. That's like getting mad at CNN for reporting something. And truth be told, people were more mad at her about how apparently because she didn't attack Kevin Samuels than anybody. So I mean, if anything got her heat with more people, it was really Kevin. And here's the truth: one of the things, and look, Tasha K has a very long history, but I think a lot of women turned on her, uh, like over that Kevin shit. They thought she would take Kevin's fucking head off, like she was going after Polite and shit. And the fact that she didn't do that, she became a pick me, and you know what a pick me is on this channel. A pick me is a nigger lover. And you know how white men feel about white women that are nigger lovers, and black women view the world through the eyes like want to be white men. So that's how it is. So when the Cardi B shit happened, because I can tell you, most of the women I saw, they went for Cardi B. They was like they was all on Cardi B's team. And I'm like, you the same motherfuckers talking about phenotypically black colorism, featureism, but y'all gon' I don't know how strong her case is, Sir Anthony, but what I do know is, you go look up that case. And I said, it don't matter if it's strong or not. If somebody really coming after you like that, that's scary. Cardi B got real money. Cardi B got real lawyers. Cardi B got real corporations with real lawyers behind her. That ain't no like small shit. Well, Cardi B got luck. I mean, Cardi B got lucky, but Cardi B, I'll say this: Cardi B's a lot of things. She persevered. She persevered. Is she a saint? Hell no. And I'm not saying I like Cardi B, but Cardi B put herself in the right, and she got on. She got on. End of. Okay, LO cast, because I thought, okay, because that's what I remember. Okay, yeah, you're right. That's the more recent thing. They're gonna side with the no. They don't always do that, but for her, they looking for a way to get her. That's the thing. Exactly. Oh, well, that was before. You gotta remember the Kevin shit happened before the Derrick Jackson shit. And by the way, now that you reminded me, let's check on good old Derrick Jackson and see what his channel subs are. I know Fresh and Fit has stabilized. This is what loser YouTubers do. We check on other people's subscribers. So he's at 694. And let's be clear here, Derrick Jackson's got Instagram, so he's fine. Uh, Fresh and It. That's funny. Yeah, they're starting. They're growing slowly, but they're growing. Shout out to B for the $5 cat super chat. Black women always overreact to everything black men do. If he was a white male commentator, she would maintain her cool and not saying that is true. That's very true. But the lead attorney will be okay. I mean, at the end of the day, if anything, Tasha Kate will help him grow. Because the lead attorney is a very likable guy. Being an attorney, being out there, the way he communicates and stuff, the fact, and this is where him jumping on that racist Latina or that Latin chick that obsessed with black people for some reason, and him jumping on Amira, for kind of some of the shit she was saying. He that's the stuff. That's the type of shit that will serve him well with the black female audience. And that's not him doing that just to cater to them, but that just is what it is. Because he'll check it going both ways. But he's got a lot of goodwill. It ain't a lot of people that can. It ain't a lot of bad will for the lead attorney. I mean, what Fresh and Fit? Nobody really gives a fuck. The people, and Tasha K. So I mean, lead attorney is gonna do nothing but go up. I mean, he's gonna. It's just kind of the momentum of how YouTube is and shit. So if anything, Tasha K will help him get bigger. Because if Tasha K is mad, they're gonna want to know what nigga made her mad. And then they'll be like, oh, I actually like this channel. And da da da. I like how it's presented. I like what they talk about. That's how that works. And that's why a lot of bigger YouTubers don't really mention smaller ones for that very reason. That's the very reason why they don't do it. Because they know if they're big enough, their name can kind of spread out. Exactly, Steel Curtain. Well, you can't sue somebody for what somebody's guests say. Well, again, I'm not over there, Sir Anthony, so I'm not gonna pretend to be an expert on what gets said. He can't get what is he gonna get? He can't get doxxed at this part. Exactly. So yeah, like I mean that's one thing about like I laugh when he was talking about he don't know what I'm talking about on my channel because my channel's ran like a vlog. It's ran like a soap opera. It's a horrible way to run a channel. In fact, I actually need just out of curiosity to check out that stream you did on YouTube. I always like when people take the time to do kind of chop up shop. But like my channel, that's why I need to kind of redo it a little bit because it's not a channel, it's a vlog. It's like a fucking soap opera. So if you jump into it, it's like season 5. There is no because I've shut down. A lot of people don't know this. I have over 1 million views. I've just unlisted because when you unlist your videos, you don't which ain't nothing. I'm just saying you don't. I have a lot of videos that are unlisted, a lot. And so I'll probably unlist them again and do it on the Patreon and just actually create a channel with uploads to kind of get my thoughts, organize the stuff that I say so people can actually approach it like a channel. That's why I don't like to do collabs and stuff or I don't promote my channel because what's the point? People that find it will find it. People that don't, they don't. Yeah, that is what it is. It's like fucking jumping into season 5 of The Walking Dead, and then it's like you can't find the other seasons. Some people may like what they see for what it is, but they're not gonna have a true appreciation for it because they don't know the original, and that's my fault. No, JC, I don't have a problem with Amira. I know where she's coming from, but at the same time, Amira talks a lot about shit she don't know. So when she starts getting into racial stuff, she doesn't really know. She doesn't. So it's a way of speaking on certain things. But honestly, I'm not about to tell them who the fuck they should have had on there. If it would have been me, it would have been a 980s person. But then again, Amira triggers them, which creates the drama, I guess. And shout out to Dennis Sperling too, who keeps it real as well. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, there'll be time there's always opportunities for that. There's always opportunities, man. There's always other topics. But y'all kind of got to stop looking at stuff just at face value and start thinking about bigger pictures. Folks are out here trying to win wars, not battles. And y'all want every bitch cussed out. Every bitch, as Kevin Samuel say, every bitch needs to be told. No, because telling them don't really help. Just like how I did on this video. This wasn't about saying, "Oh, you're lying about rape, blah blah." You know what? I'm gonna give you everything you said because that's what you said. You know who white women fuck with the majority of the time, as far as who are you all interacting with in domestic situations. So why is it that you're not specific on the power dynamics that same group has? Because that's the only group that can actually put that out in other numbers. Why are you trying to make it about all men? Because all men ain't your problem. It's only one group of men that y'all can't go to the cops and automatically get him the fuck up. Anybody else, y'all can just say it happened. Well, Amir, we went through the same thing with King Riches. Folks, like the thing about it, like, and so she's on that kind of pro-Trump conservative, like, Brandon Tatum shit. One part's Brandon Tatum, little parts Candace Owens. So she actually has this thing where she thinks white people are oppressed in their own country. No, no. Yeah, Dennis Sperling is that dude. I appreciate that, Sir Anthony. I really do. Cause I appreciate that. I'm telling you, man, BGS needs to bring BGS for women back, yo. Could you imagine a lead attorney on a BGS for women session? All in black females with different accents. That was some unique shit, yo. That was some shit you didn't see nowhere else on YouTube. That's why I always bug BGS about bringing it back. The Duke is on the Fresh and Fit. The Duke is on the Fresh and Fit counterterrorism unit. Sorry, Duke. That earns you one warning shot and timeout for saying that. The thing about it is that wouldn't even be oh well, I wanted to make sure he saw me do it. So nobody can act like the Duke is fine. He's just timed out. He'll be back. I don't do that shit over here where we get mad. We just start calling people moist and shit. And don't beat up on the Duke. He can't comment. But the thing about it is, like I said, that damn like motherfuckers ain't talk about Fresh and Fit like that. So we can bring down the threat levels on the Fresh and Fit counterterrorism unit. What's up, Sandra Thomas? Shout out to the London folks. Um Yeah, I mean the lead attorney is chill until he's not. Oh man, I'm glad the lead attorney is here for a second. Yo, you had me spit out my pop, my drink when you was cussing that, when you was jumping on that dude. He talking about, yeah, man, you know, she cool peoples though. And he just dropped her ass out. He said, I can't do it. He said that's how I knew, for anybody to act like the it is like that. It is like that. You got, like, y'all motherfuckers don't be thinking I be seeing y'all kind of check in to see if somebody talking some shit even under the title. I told Theo, I said Theo would be the head of that shit. Theo is like the secretary of communication for the Fresh and Fit regime, and he's good at it. Cause Theo, you really believe, and Theo actually makes sense. It ain't like he, so, you know, shout out to Theo, but Duke, you know, he in that, he the dude behind the scenes. He the fix that. Yeah, let's see, talking shit. Ain't nobody sweating him like that. It happened. It's over. It's fine. But yeah, Gail, this motherfucker, like, I'm like, yo, if y'all think the lead attorney can't do no red pill raging, he did it with that video. That he should title that for my red pill critics. Here you go. That's, you know, that should be his red pill video reel, because he checked the shit out of that mother. And Smurgo, the thing about it is, Smargo, I was actually going to do a stream and cover that and say, Smargo, this one's for you, because that's typical old nigga shit. That's the same, you know. I'm like, for real. And the thing about it is, like, folks can respect what he did for him, but it's like you telling other motherfuckers that's the thing to do. See, dudes used to know, look, man, this is what I did. Don't do what I did. I did what I did because that's what I did. Because when you in the situation, sometimes you're reacting to being in it. I respect that. But when he got on there and he tried to sell it as like that's the thing to do, it's like, dude, no. And I'm gonna tell you something. You know, Dennis would have. Dennis hasn't really popped off in nobody. But what Dennis would have did was get into like trial mode, where Dennis started litigating motherfuckers. That's what Dennis started. Like when Dennis started hitting you with question, Dennis started turning into a courtroom and he started cross-examining your ass for real. So you can't really answer the question because he's asking it like five different times in five different ways. That's what he would have did to him. But that's the biggest thing. It's like he didn't understand. Like, you don't understand. That's not the thing. You trying to sell that as like that shit should be standard operating procedure for dudes to do. And then on top of it, yeah, she cool peoples. She cool peoples. You fucking serious? She cool peoples. I would have been like, dude, if that wouldn't have been the mother of your child, I would have called her a horrible bitch. So I don't know how we can go from a horrible bitch to she cool peoples. That nigga be in court talking about, you know, that nigga, that, you know what he looked like? He looked like somebody that would be on Judge Lynn Hatchett's divorce court. He'd be like, so how do you feel about what she's saying about you? She cool people. And then Judge Lynn will look at her like, after all you did to this man, he's still saying you're cool people. You's a bad person. And she would turn around and look at him and be like, and you's a fool. And he'd be like, on next, divorce courts. He overpaid. He overpaid. And she still told her kids he wasn't shit. Find out if she's held in contempt after this commercial break. That nigga look tailor made. Dude, everything ain't about the fresh and fit though. Everything ain't about fresh and fit. No, like look, man. I told you before. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it before I say it again. I don't give a fuck about them making money. If people want to spend money with them, go ahead. Because I don't want nobody telling nobody not to spend money with me when on the shit that I do. That's between them and me. Stay the fuck out of it. Well, I got something to say about the materials that you cover. Okay, you got something to say about the materials that I cover. I'm talking about all the people that want to talk about, somebody overpaying. And to be fair, the lead attorney was talking about that too, but he was kind of coming at it. He was coming at it and it was a different way because it's not about making one video. And you start to make 2, 3, 4, 5 videos about it, and it's like you want to constantly jump on somebody. It's like you got to recognize at the end of the day, people are gonna pay, and maybe that's what they need to do. But I'm gonna be like, okay, where's you talking like? And I'm not trying to jump on Pocket Watch with JT or any of them, but or but these motherfuckers are not always talking about women. Like, where's the women with the femininity bullshit? Where's the Shira set? Where's these motherfuckers selling these $2,000 femininity courses? You're selling black women femininity courses. It ain't if that ain't the biggest fucking snake oil. You might as well be giving tithes to the pastor. At least they tell you it's going to God. Like for real. And there's a lot of people that do that. I'm not trying to call name April Mason, Nicole Michelle. It's a whole bunch of them. Well, we're not talking about them here, but so you're here. So I mean, a lot of these dudes, they won't talk about these females because these females will start saying they all sorts of misogynists, they hate women, and blah blah blah. I don't know. I'm not gonna call them a simp. Pink Pill was one of them, but Pink Pill wasn't even a make because honestly, she wasn't. There's others. And my point is, these dudes like to focus because I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of women making a lot of money in the course world. Let's keep that 100. I know plenty of women. I know women that's teaching Forex. I know folks that they got coaching programs that they charge $100 a month, $150 a month per person. And I'm not hating on them, but my point is people make a choice. And at the end of the day, that's their choice. And I'm not here to say people don't have a right to speak on certain things because there's something to be said about kind of putting it out there. But when you just are constantly hammering and hammering and hammering, it's like, nah, dog, because you comfortable jumping on brothers. What about other folks? Because certain folks are like, where are these white men? Why aren't you covering white men? That's why I start. Why are you only covering? Now, granted, there's people that they cover. Like Spencer Cornelia, he's covered a couple of females, but he don't be really covering women like that either. But he at least got a couple. Well, I mean, gym rat, a lot of times you're not just buying a course, you're buying a person. Because it's not just about a course that says do this, do this, do this. It's about the coaching behind it. So there's a lot of ways of packaging courses. There's a lot of business models behind it. There's a lot, it depends. And I think, I mean, Crystal and Carrison, she's out of the game now, but Crystal Carrison is not an ugly female. She's not, nobody's ever said Crystal Carrison's ugly. Love Dorsey be charging people $100 to do her business coaching. She be having damn near 70 people in there. Udemy is the shit, especially if you know how to use it. I mean, if you know where the bodies are buried on YouTube, there's a lot of great information on YouTube. The problem is the great information on YouTube is not promoted. And it's not promoted because it's not always entertaining. And that's not me hating. That's not me hating. I'm just saying. JC said he's simping that these guys don't hold women accountable. I don't know. I've listened to some of his stuff, but I do. That's the honest thing that I would say, because if you're sitting here talking, because women are, a lot of more women are being sold like this, like, because when he jumps on network marketing really bad, I'm like, yo, women are doing that more than men are. It's way more black. If you want to talk about black people, it's way more black women doing network marketing for other black women under other black women is being sold that shit than black men, because black men are going to be naturally skeptical. But all right, y'all, I'm about to end this. This is, I didn't say this before, but I appreciate y'all super chats, y'all cash apps. Been great hanging out. We did a good hour and a half. So with that being said, this is Edward signing off. Peace.